7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
The Savachi syndrome, I'm telling you, I'm like, well, holy shit, that was crazy. Wait for it. Thick and slick. Alright, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Moto Aftermath Show Fantasy Podcast Edition here. I'm here live on location from Walt Disney World here. But don't worry, we're still pumping out the content. But if there is background noise, I'm sorry. I'm at the pool watching my kids swim right now. So that would be what you guys might be hearing in the background. So this here is episode 10 of the Fantasy Podcast Show. Just want to thank our sponsors real quick before we get started. First off, I'd like to thank longtime sponsor TLR Coatings, which obviously is my own personal company that I own. But hey, whatever, we do custom powder coating, Cerakoting, and vapor blasting. So make sure to look us up, tlrcoatings.com, or look us up at TLR Coatings on all the major social media networks. We are there, and you can see all the cool projects we do. Also want to thank Premier Custom Trailers for being on board with us. If you're looking for a custom trailer, trailer parts, trailer rentals, make sure to look them up, premiercustomtrailers.com. Also want to thank the Dirt Bike Depot for being on board with us, helping us out with some prizes for some of the fantasy shows. And then also want to thank JT Cycles for coming on board there, also helping us out with some of the prizes for some of the fantasy shows. So thanks to them for coming on, helping out. And we're going to get, as per usual, co-host on the line here, Cole, in just a second, and run down our fantasy results for round 9 Daytona and where we think we're going for round 10 for Dallas 1. So let me get him on the line here in just a second, and we will get going. All right, now as promised, usual co-host of the show on here, Cole Ugatti, to talk fantasy this week. Cole, what's going on, man?
Oh, not a lot, man. Just out visiting some dealers. I'm on the road right now. You might hear some road noise, but I don't think it's going to be as bad as you. What are you doing?
Dude, I'm at the pool.
You at the pool?
Yeah, I did the intro already. I told everybody I'm at the pool watching the kids swim right now. She's making new friends, which is fantastic. So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Nice. So. Living the dream.
Dude, I mean...
Do you have your Dorothy shoes on yet?
No, I got some black Nikes.
Black Nikes?
Black Nikes.
That's racist.
Not at all.
Anyway.
So anywho...
But no, just out visiting some dealers, closing up the week, and hopefully get to ride this weekend. So.
Oh yeah, is it supposed to be warm there this weekend?
I mean, it's been decent all week, and decent enough for us Michigan people to ride this weekend. So
yeah.
We'll see.
I say, I've been pricing out graphics, plastics, seat covers, that kind of stuff, trying to get the old Yamadog ready to go, so.
Yeah, I got all that stuff ready to rock. I'm just waiting for it to show up. Suspension's gone. I'm not going to be able to ride the gas this weekend, but maybe see if the 125 wants to cooperate with me.
Yeah, the 450 is so far from being done that I'm just like, I don't think that's going to happen right this second here to start the year. So, plus Tom Cooper told me the other day that, like, factory connection's, like, way backed up, so I'm probably looking at, like, 3 or 4 weeks to get the suspension back from him anyway, so, well, that happens.
I think that's just the industry right now, man.
Oh,
Pro Taper, which is our brand, is, man, it's real hard to get Pro Taper right now. They were actually putting some product on airplanes, shipping them over that way rather than on a cargo ship. So
Interesting.
It's been pretty interesting, yeah, so. That's what I'm dealing with in my line of work, but it's I think it's that way for everybody. So
Yep.
It is what it is.
So,
but no, let's get into it. We'll try to wrap it up quick and be quick today. I mean, obviously we're both doing some different stuff, so let's get to it.
Yeah, let's jump into it here. Let's jump into results from last week here. So I'll start with me. I had another absolutely incredibly terrible week as far as points go. So scored 174. I had Justin Cooper score me 21 points because, well, let's face it, he was out there screwing around. Ryan Sipes got absolutely annihilated in his heat race, and so he did make the main, however, didn't do anything in the main, so 9 points out of him. Mitchell Harrison didn't even start the main, electrical issues on the bike from what we hear, so 4 points from him. And then Alex Martin was my savior in the 250 class with 32 points. Then as far as 450s went, I actually had some pretty decent 450 guys here. So I had Max Anstey. He had 34 points. Chase Sexton also nailed me down, 34 points with 2 black eyes and 3 chipped teeth. Dylan Ferrandis nailed me down 26 points, so that was awesome. And Ken Roxon rounded me out, 21 points. Can't really complain. I guess that was okay as far as 450 goes. So like I said, another dismal weekend, 174 points. So that kind of sucks, but whatever. We're off and running. So how did you do?
Well, it was another one of those weeks where I was super good, except for one guy.
Yep.
And I don't know how many more weeks this is going to happen, but it's getting real frustrating. But yeah, let's jump right into it. My frustrating guy was Sight. I knew after seeing his qualifying that he was going to be top 15, 7 handicap, plenty of room to work with. And he decided to get nailed in the heat race. So, and then so we know how that went. 9 points. Styles Robertson, I went with him. I figured he'd be around the top 10.
Yep.
And he exceeded everyone's expectation. So I'll take the 52 there. Jordan Bailey qualified well, and I think would have done a lot better. Possibly a 52 max out ride. He went down early in the main, and you could see him slowly working his way through. And then I had McAdoo, so we all know how that went. So
Yep.
Not a bad 250 team, but again, that one guy could have made it better. And then I also went with a first lap leader, Justin Cooper, which was rare that he got such shitty starts. So
Oh yeah, I had him
I think
too.
a lot of people took the L there, so I guess I don't feel too bad. 450 class. So my 450 class was very good as well. I'm kind of glad I didn't know about the Sexton black eye thing, because I would have pulled him, just because of that whole deal. But he ended up riding through it, and 34 points, can't complain there, especially in the 450 class.
Yep.
Dino had me a little shook because he had to go to the LCQ, but I knew he'd be in the main, and he exceeded my expectations as well, got me 32 points. Alito Mac, it's Daytona on now, 26 for him.
Yep.
And then my last guy, so I think a lot of people overlooked him, but I knew he was going to be good because before he broke his heel 2 years ago, he was running up toward the front. Last year, up toward the front, having a terrible season. He was 5th or 6th. And then this year, obviously, just absolutely killed it. Aaron Plessinger, so 42 there.
Yeah, he was never on my team. I was pleasantly surprised to see him do well, but yeah, he was not one that was ever on the team, off the team, on the team, off the team. He was just not even on my radar because I just was so nervous. I know we talked about him. Yeah, he'd done so well before at Daytona, but man, I couldn't bring myself to do it because I'm like, man, that'll bite me guaranteed. So, well.
No, I'm glad, and now that man is an all-star. So
yes, he is. So, all right.
Yeah, that's all I got there. Decent week, could have been better, but I don't know. I'll take it. 250 points, staying in that window. So I've got 2 sub 230 rounds, and they're really biting me in the ass. So.
Yep. Me too. I'm very, very upset about it. I mean, I'm like 9th overall in the league right now, which are really frustrating for me. But oh well, we continue.
I'm coming on that ass.
Oh God, you're not that close to me yet. So, but all right. So anyway, all right. Let's move on here. Get this going here. So, for Dallas 1 here, first 250 class here. You got a team picked already?
I do.
All right.
I am sitting pretty with I am a fairly confident team. There's only one guy I'm not really confident about.
Okay, let her rip. Let's hear what you got.
All right. So, yeah, looking through here. Looks like some of the experts have made their picks already. And I've been trying to base my picks off JT's. because he's just having such a good season.
Yep.
And right now, he's got Alex Martin on his team at a -1, so I'm going to look at that for sure. He is not on my team. JT also has Mitchell Harrison on his team, which I do. All 4 of the experts do.
Yep.
Mitchell Harrison will be on my team as well. 6 handicap. He should hover right around 10th or better. And then I also have, I don't know what JT's thinking about this one, but he's got Chris Blows on his team currently. But
You know, I got him on my team too.
do you? So I
Yep.
have Mitchell Harrison at 6. He's probably not going to leave my team. Jarrett Fry at a 5. Even his rookie debut there, he was at least 15th or better, and he
Okay.
should be. He's on a star bike. Come
Yep.
on now. So Jarrett Fry's on my team, and this guy I think is going to be the best of the rest, and may even sneak into the top 5, and that's Kyle Peters, and he's at a -1. It's going to be a little iffy, but I'm definitely going to watch. Definitely going to watch qualifying practice and see where he's at. But after the undefeated season in Arena Cross, he's got to have some confidence rolling. And Kyle Peters is overlooked by a lot of people. So
Yeah.
I've got him currently. And then my all-star is probably going to be Justin Cooper. He had a little bit of a crappy round, and we're going back indoors. Hopefully his starts come back. I don't see him finishing outside the box. So
Okay.
I will have him on my team. And he's currently on it right now at a 2. So that's where I'm at. Like I kind of briefly touched on, you'd be able to look at Chris Blows, maybe a Martin Costello at a 12, Martin, however you want to pronounce it. Alex Martin, I'll look at him. Another guy that a lot of people overlook as well is Cedric Subaroff.
Yep.
So where you at?
All right, so I got Chris Blows on the team. Okay, I just have to think that Zombie Blows here is going to, man, he hovers in that top 10, man. 1 handicap, but I think we're going back to a normal Supercross. I think you're going to see him do well. He's coming off kind of a somewhat off week there with Daytona. He wasn't the best, so I think we're going to be okay with that. Then right now, I actually have some really weird picks. I don't know. I was going through the other day, and this team is highly subject to change here. The next one I got is Martin Costello. And I just think that he is another one that's like knocking on the door of making the main. And like once
You always pick him, and he somehow pulls it out of his ass for you.
Dude, I know. Like I said, I'm going to see what he looks like in qualifying. Daytona qualifying was impressive to me, so I was just like, whatever, I'm out on him. And like he hasn't been on the radar a whole lot. Mostly because I didn't really know what Chakotay was riding until after like the first round of this one. But again, I think he's a worthwhile pick. His Supercross skills are definitely there, and he just has had some. I mean, dude, look at that first race, that Orlando one. He was in qualifying position, and then there was all that chaos in the last like 3 corners with him and Schwartz and whoever else, and then he ends up just barely missing.
And Schwartz is out, by the way. So
okay, so yeah, so I'm going to put him on there. I'm going to see how he does in qualifying and see what I think at that point. But he's definitely a wild card I got in there to hopefully get me some points here. Next up, I've got, even though he burned me already once, Carson Mumford. Because, man, dude, watching that kid practice, you just got to believe that what's happening right now is strictly nerves. It's just like well, you go nerves at the first round in Orlando. Second round is Daytona, which is just weird.
Whole different animal. You got to be nervous about that.
Yep. And now you go into the third round, which is going to be Dallas 1, and I mean, at one point, one of these regular ones, he's got to make it. He just has to. You know, it just laws of averages. And then I got Styles Robertson, man. I mean, I'll see how he looks during the day, but you're talking a 7 handicap on an all-star kid that just came off a podium. I mean, he is right there where I think that's a pretty solid pick, because you got to believe that, like, outside, I mean, the first round, you look at it, what did he do? He landed on Jeremy Martin there, and then boom, he was out. So, okay, that explains the first round. Second round, he comes out here, gets on the box in the second round at Daytona. I mean, you got to believe that the kid can get in the top 10. I mean, you have to. He's showing it right now. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with it. And again, maybe in qualifying he looks like complete crap, and I say, screw it, I'm out. But for right now, he's on the team. So I think there's some other decent picks here. Again, I haven't really looked through these a whole bunch. I think Jordan Bailey is definitely in the conversation, but then again, 6 handicap. Where's he finishing? A 9 to 15 guy type deal. We'll see. Pierce Brown is actually. You know what? I'm out on Pierce Brown. Negative 3 handicap. I just don't think he's that good to be a -3 handicap.
No.
-1 maybe, but -3 I'm out. I think Justin Cooper's a solid pick with a 2 handicap for an all-star also. Do we have an update on sorry, we got an update on Joey Crown? Is he in? Is he
he's
out?
gonna be out.
Okay.
I was playing that new game last night, Supercross 4, and my buddy Denver, he's pretty close to that situation, and he had some Snapchats of Joey was actually working in the shop with his dad doing suspension, hating his life. So,
oh boy,
I think he's going to be off for a couple rounds or something. So,
okay, all right.
But yeah, I mean, backup team. I'm going to look at. There are a few guys I'm going to look at on the backup side. You've got Jordan Smith. You can look at with a 1.
Yep.
Jace Owen at a 6.
Actually, I heard Smith is. Smith is hurt.
Why?
I heard Smith is hurt.
He did what?
I heard Smith was hurt. I don't remember what exactly, but I heard he was hurt.
Okay, how about Owen? Anything?
What's his handicap?
6.
That's a tough one for me because
He's burnt me.
Didn't he race Orlando 1?
Yeah, and he got like 10.
Did he? Because somebody said he was real tired when he came off the track.
Yeah, I mean, he's burnt me before, so I don't know. But you can look at him. There's value there.
Yeah.
And obviously, A-Mart, there's
Yep.
Value there.
What about a time?
It'll be good. The
what
field's
about
depleted a little bit. Opens up the door for your Martin Costellos,
what about a Ty Master pool at an 8?
I'm out. But it opens up the door for guys like that and a Nick Gaines at a 10. So.
All right.
Yeah. That's where I'm at.
I mean, I think you also have to look at guys like Wageman. I think you got to look at guys like you said, the Star Yamaha rookies, so Thrasher and Fry. I think you got to look at them because at some point it's got to happen for them. Like at some point they gotta do something, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, Bobby Hugh will just drop them. So, and then I think again, if you're gonna go with a first lap or first to the finish line, I think Justin Cooper's right in that, like pretty much your option. I know last week was a weird one, and it wasn't, but I think now like you have to go with that. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
So okay, cool. Let's move on then to 450s, and I will go first here with the team I got in here. So I'm gonna start right off with Justin Bogle, 3 handicap, been in the top 10, down there working at Rattray or whatever in Florida now. So you got to think he's solidly in the top 10. He's gonna get you double points, and man, if he gets one of those starts like he used to have, like he could possibly be a top 5 dude. I mean.
Yeah, and after listening to Pulp this week, talking about his starts and stuff like that, it's obviously something he wants to get back. So,
yes. Yep.
So he's working at it. So I like Bogle, man. I like that dude.
I do, and he's making improvements, which makes me feel better about picking him. So next on my list, Shane McElrath at a 7. I'm in. I think bounce back ride after last week, and I think he's in that top 12 range speed-wise. So, I mean, we'll see what he does in qualifying. But for right now, he's on my team just because I like the handicap. And like I said, a lot of these guys, they get pissed after they don't make one, like he didn't in Daytona, and then boom, they're on it. So, and then I'm actually, so with the 450s, we all know it's super hard to try to like pick these dudes out. So I'm actually playing a game here I'm going with 2 all-stars.
Ooh.
I'm trying to just keep the status quo basically. I'm trying to have some solid, decent scores. I'm not trying to make up 200 points in a weekend. So, so next up I have Aaron Plessinger. I mean, he's a 7 handicap. You got to believe riding on the high of being on the box in Daytona, and then even if let's say he starts to fizzle a little bit, I mean he's gonna be what, top 10.
Yeah.
So I think you're good there. And then I got Cooper Webb at a 1. I mean, you got to believe Coop's on the box all day long.
All right. Bold strategy, Cotton.
So, I mean, right there you're looking at getting like 40 some points out of those two alone. And then if we add in, the other two, if they score halfway decent points, that gets me somewhere around at least 100 for the 450s, and that would make me very happy because the points this year are all won and lost basically in the 250 class. So,
yeah. Yeah, I've got a team here. You could honestly go a full Moto Concepts team and probably be pretty good.
yeah.
Tickle, Freezy, and McElrath. Freezy at a 5. He's on my team right now because he has not been outside of 15th all year.
Yep.
But I will probably take him off because I know a guy like McElrath has more speed, and he is a 7. I have Justin Bogle on my team. He is my iffy guy at a 3. God, there's just so many guys that are in that 10 to 14 range. You got Savachi, you've got Dino, you've got him, and there's just a lot of jumping around right there, I feel.
Yeah.
Is Osborne coming back? Does anybody know?
As far as I know, he's still hurt. I haven't heard anything yet.
Well, still an all-star, though, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so right now, currently, my team is Bogle, Ferrandis, Freezy, and Muscan. I gotta think Ferrandis is gonna get a better start and at least start 13th.
Yep.
And work his way into the top 10 at some point.
Yep.
And God, he's got to do it soon.
Well, he's got the speed to do it. So
yeah, he keeps qualifying well, and man, something's got to happen for him. So
yeah, now he's red on my screen, so I can't pick him. But but he definitely has the speed. I mean, after Orlando 1, 2, whatever, just leave that on until I'm done, kiddo. Great, just leave that on. Okay. So he's got the speed to do it.
Yeah, he'll probably stay on my team all day. But I don't know an update on Brock Tickle at a 7, so I'm gonna stay away from him after his crash at Daytona. But another guy I'm gonna look at is Martin Davalos at a 7.
Oh boy, you're going with Party Marty, huh?
I mean, he's gotta at least not crash in one main, and maybe this is the weekend. But he's a 7, and I think even with crashing, he's 17 or better all day.
Sure. I mean, anybody wild here? I mean, Oldenburg at a 9. You think is he racing 450 again this weekend, or is he?
I'm not sure. I am not sure about Oldenburg.
Because I think he was on Brayton's bike, but if Brayton's back, then I don't know. So.
Yeah, I'm not really sure either. But I'm probably gonna go McElrath. Probably, I don't know. Qualifying tells a lot, but right now I've got a pretty safe team, I feel, and no first lap leader for me.
No, not in 450s.
Yeah, and going back indoors, I'm out on Anstey still.
Yep.
If you want to get balls, you could go Anderson in -2. I think he's a top 5 guy, but
yeah, but Anderson, you got to hope you nail that race where he is in the top 5. Otherwise, it's really turning into an issue with a -2 handicap. So, I mean, anybody like any A-Ray, anything like that.
I'm out on all those guys. Yeah.
All right.
I'm out.
All right. Let's see here.
8 is great. I want 8 in the main.
Dude, me too. Well, I thought 8 was great last week too, and then it still bit me in the ass. I mean, realistically, I think if you're trying to play a conservative game, that the picking 2 all-stars is okay, but outside of that, no.
All right. Well, you're going real conservative, so I will let you do that, and I will continue to gain points.
Yep.
So, yes, sir. But I'm in. Yeah, I'm about up to my next dealer here. So.
Yep.
Sounds like you've got
Oh yeah.
plenty going on over there.
Oh yeah. Well, life of a 6-year-old. Got to do everything, right? So
Run it, dude. Put your floaties on and jump on in yourself.
yeah, that's okay. I'm gonna get this edited so I can hopefully get it uploaded. But all right, everyone, this has been another episode of the Moto Aftermath Show Fantasy Edition. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see everyone Sunday to wrap up Dallas 1. See ya.
And if anybody,
Nope, go ahead.
anybody bitches about the audio, we have real jobs too. We have real lives.
This is real life work right now. I'm watching a 6-year-old swim in a pool.
Yeah, and I'm in a car.
So, all right.
All right.
Thanks, buddy.
See
We'll
you
talk
guys.
to you soon. Yeah, bye.
Yep. Bye.